Well, Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli held a press conference today, the weekly press conference after the weekly cabinet meeting. To shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, Dr. Youmn Hamaki, Professor of Economics at Ain Shams University. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, Dr. Hamaki, how did you follow the statements by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli during a press conference after the cabinet meeting concerning the economy file?
Actually, Dr. Mustafa Madbouli has raised during the last period several topics regarding the future of the Egyptian economy after the IMF, taking into consideration to how extent the Egyptian economy should follow as a pathway towards a better performance, taking into consideration that we have a lot of resources, unexploited resources, and we are looking forward towards enhancing the quality of life of Egyptians and the standard of living after several devaluation. And the Egyptians, all they are suffering from inflation and decreasing the standard of living for them. From here it comes that Dr. Mustafa Madbouli raised several topics regarding addressing the main challenges confronting such development, like the problem of internal and external debt. We all know that Egypt is suffering from a severe problem of internal debt, which is taking, a large part of the budget, revenue towards addressing the service of the debt, the interest of the debt. And from here it comes that Egypt indeed needs to address such internal debt as well as the external debt too. So for the last period there were several alternatives that have been discussed towards how we can address the internal and external debt so that to relieve the budget and the Egyptian economy from such burden and allowing the Egyptian economy towards using resources efficiently for the benefit of the Egyptian citizens. From here it comes that in this conference press, Dr. Madbouli has raised the issue of the debate that happened in Egypt from economists the last period about how to address internal debt by transferring, the ownership of the government for a lot of assets towards the central bank, and by that we can, reduce the burden of the debt. This issue has been discussed as a very important debate last period, and I believe that such alternative cannot be, implemented at all, and it's very risky for the Egyptian economy. And the most important and valid way towards addressing that is by enhancing the productive capabilities in the Egyptian economy. We have a lot of unexploited resources. According to our studies as economists, we can mention number one, exploiting the capabilities of use in SMEs, small and medium enterprises. Still, we have a lot of resources unexploited in this matter. The second point is how to use the capabilities in the public sector companies before having it as transferring into the IPO, alternatives. We have a lot of potentialities for partnership between the private and public sector, and to mainstream private sector to use the resources in the public sector can be a very important way towards enhancing unexploited capabilities in the public sector by the capabilities of the private sector. It's a win-win situation in which we can have productive capacity to be added to the economy, at once, and it's quite required nowadays for this period. The third part is how to address insolvent, projects that have been affected seriously by the devaluation of the Egyptian pound. We have a lot of companies, small, medium, and large, and we can address these projects properly so that we can add to the productive capacity. So we have, as economists, we have a lot of potentialities, and we are always talking about that for government, if they would like to benefit from these ideas, from our applied researches as professors in universities. Our applied researches can help a lot towards directing exploitation of resources in Egypt.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Dr. Youmn Hamaki, Professor of Economics, Ain Shams University. Well, resuming our news bulletin, as Israel's air forces struck areas in southern and eastern Lebanon, despite the ceasefire that took place in